Hey, what's going on? This is your boy, Moses Bochan, coming at you this wonderful Wednesday afternoon from my home here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. It's beautiful out here. It's awesome when you could, work from home, sit in your backyard and do your work. And man, that's it, ain't it? But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Quickly to tell you a little bit about myself. Um, I was born in Vineland, New Jersey, raised by my father till I was 9. Then I moved to a small town named Woodbine. It's one of them towns that you blink your eye, you're through it, you know. Um, and I've been, through some things in life. I went through a period where I was selling drugs and got into trouble, and went went away for a little while, experienced the prison life, which it wasn't cool. Um, and then, I experienced addiction. I was hooked on the stuff for a while, and it didn't take me nowhere. But all this, has led me to this new way of life. Back in 2008, going through some things, I left my hometown and I moved to Florida. And while being there, I was introduced to a church, by the name of Kingdom Life. And something amazing happened to me, within that time. My mind opened up to bigger and better things in life. And it's taken me a while to put everything into place because you gotta clean up all that old stuff. You gotta get rid of all that old stuff, that old way of thinking, that mindset that we tend to get in life. And then there comes a point in life where you have to change that. If things ain't going right or the way you want it to go. You feel me? And well, anyway, I've been following, I call it my church, though I don't live in Florida anymore. I still call it my home church because I attend every Tuesday and Sunday, to their sessions. And I just love the way they teach the Word of God, because the way they teach it is like, you know, it's like a way of life. It's not like all religious and stuff. It's all about a relationship, you know, with your higher power. It's like having, your girl, or your wife or whatever, significant other. You have a relationship with them, and that's the same thing with, your higher power. However you may, identify, to that. Um, with me is God and His Son Jesus Christ. And that's what I believe in. Everybody's entitled to believe how they want to believe. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to preach because I'm not a preacher. Um, I'm not qualified for that. Yeah, God knows. Maybe someday He may have me to do that. But as of right now, I feel as though that my mission is to touch people like myself, people that's been through the situations that I've been through. And I decided to shoot this video last night actually, but it was kind of late when, and I didn't do it last night, so I decided to do it today. And it's taking me all morning to prepare for it because, like I said, I'm not a preacher, and I don't feel that I'm qualified, to talk about religion, or not really religion, because I don't really deal with religion. To me, religion is just a way to blind you. But I do have a relationship with my Father, and He has led me to, to talk about certain things, and that's what it is. I've been, trying to figure out ways to, create my own, work environment because, being in prison is, give me 1 second to take a sip of my freedom in a cup. Like I was saying, I had to create my own. my own way, because being in prison and so on and so forth, I found it difficult to find a good paying job once I came home, and once I really decided to make that 360 in my life, it became even harder because I was focused on positive and doing right, and being turned down for certain jobs, or getting a job and then them finding out that I have a record, then terminating me. Um, you know, it made me get discouraged a lot of times and almost fall back to my old ways. But I refuse to go back to them old ways. Not only because of I don't want to go back to prison, but I got 2 kids. I got a son and a daughter, and they need me. They need me. Although I'm not there with them physically, you know, it's good that I'm able to call them when I want to call them, and talk to them when I want to talk to them. I'm able to go spend time with them when I want to spend time with them, and things of that nature. Putting myself away, things like that is not going to happen. So, I decided to shoot this video because, yesterday I was in my life strategy session. That's what they call it on Tuesday nights. Is life strategy. They basically, teach you the how-tos. Sunday night they give you, the layout, and on not Sunday night, but Sunday mornings, they give you that layout, and then on Tuesdays they put it all together and give you the how-tos, and they were speaking about things that really had me thinking. As I said before, I'm trying to create my own way, my own paycheck, create my own business. And, it hasn't been an easy road, though I've been successful in being able to provide for myself and, stay afloat without having to go to a 9 to 5, and at the same time learning how to put this whole thing together, this whole working from home thing together. And it's pretty cool because I've been able to learn as I am making, a few dollars. And, I'm not saying that it's spectacular. I'm not making 30 grand a month, which is my goal. That's what I have set, written down on paper. That's what I want to reach to. I want to reach the level where I'm making 30 grand a month. And then once I reach that level, of course, I'm gonna up it, because it's all about, upgrading and continuing to do better. And like I was saying, last night, in our life strategy session, Dr. Mike was talking about, the 5 signs, the 5 post signs of increase. And the first one that he spoke about was, increase in philosophy. And the second one that he spoke about was increase in practice. The third one that he talked about was increase in presence. And the fourth one that he talked about was increase in partnership. And the fifth one was increase in praise. Now I'm going to break these down for you. The first one that he spoke about was increase in philosophy. And the way he broke it down is that, become the work. And to me that, resonated because, I'm trying to figure out this whole, work from home thing. And I hear in all my trainings and all that, all the things that I'm doing to learn and stuff, that, you have to give value. You have to, you have to become the work. You have to do something. You're not going to get paid, for just sitting on your couch or, sitting at your desk and just looking at the computer. It's not going to happen. Sign up for a program and then just think it's going to, do its own thing on its own. No, you got to put in a little bit of work, And once you learn all the techniques and things, it just gets easier that you're not working as much. You're only working an hour or 2 a day. And then, that's when you really reach to your financial freedom because you're actually putting in less work and, making more money. To break down the second, the second sign here is increase in practice. I got written down here, they broke it down a different way, but, this is just me taking my notes. Um, and, the second one is increase in practice, and it says here, force, it's the force, the capability, and the ability, the power to doing things. And, that's, we have to, practice what we preach, whatever it is that we set out to do, we got to put the force behind it, and have the capability and the ability of, of doing it, and of course that takes practice, and you got to put in your practice into play. You feel me? It's like, like you're playing football, let's say, and, you got a game plan. Boom, you gotta practice and then put it into practice. You feel me? You get out there on the field when it's game time, and then whatever you practice, you put it into practice. You know what I'm saying? You do it. And that was the second point that we spoke about yesterday, or that Dr. Mike spoke about yesterday on our life strategies. Point number 3 was increase in presence, and basically just improve who you are. Improve who you are, because people could sense it. People could sense if you're up to no good. People could feel it. It doesn't matter if they just met you for the first time, or they're just watching one of your videos. People could really sense what your intentions are. If you're up to no good, people can feel it. So we gotta improve on who we are. And that's why I love my team, because, man, that's what we work on. We work on mind development and improving ourselves. And I'm just in love with everything I'm plugged into with my life strategies and life sessions. The training that I get from the program that I'm involved in, and I'm able to make money while I learn. And you want to know more about it, you can click on the link below. It's not going to cost you nothing to get the information. All we're going to ask you for is probably a good email, so you could get the information, and bang, you're off to the races. The fourth point that we discussed yesterday was increase in partnership. You got to give to receive. You got to give to receive. And that's how you increase in your partnership. Whatever it is, whatever you know how to do, be free to give it away for nothing. And that would help you in the relationship arenas, and get people to trust and like you, because they see that you're not about that you're not just trying to get their money. You're actually giving them something of value, whatever it's encouragement, whatever it is some of your talents, whatever it is a couple dollars, whatever it is, you're giving something to receive something, and that's how you're increasing your partnership. It takes good. It's like the the owners of the company that I'm with. It's two of them. Partnership. You may be good at something and not so good at something else, and you need a partner. You gotta build that. You gotta build that. You gotta build that relationship. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to give. So givers gain, and that's just the bottom line. And the fifth and last and final point that I have on here is increase in praise. Celebrate God, or whatever it is that you that your belief is. Then celebrate it. Me personally, I believe that if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be to the level where I'm at today. I wouldn't have the mindset that I have today. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't even have the courage to do what I'm doing now if it wasn't for God. Before I actually sat here and actually shot this video, I had to sit there and actually pray and ask God to give me, the right words to say, and, to, help me with nervousness and so on and so forth. And so far so good. God is good. Some people meditate. Some people, believe in a universe and all these other things. And oh, so be it. If that's what works for you, hey, for me, I know God is real, and that's just it. And I'm not here to preach, and I'm not here to discuss that, but I know that that's Him. That's what it is for me. And you gotta increase in your praise, man. Celebrate whatever it is that you feel as though that has opened you up to receiving new information and to becoming a change in life, and you know making a difference, and doing good. Bottom line, you know no matter what, you gotta increase in that praise, man. And don't worry about nothing, because if you believe in yourself, anything is possible, because we are all great. We are all beautiful, and we all have something amazing within inside of us that can be helpful for someone else. So I hope that these 5 tips have been able, to help you a little something. Has opened your mind up,